Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Sev, that one neat gamer here, and tonight we're going to be looking at something a little different. Um, all my other video projects kind of fell through for one reason or another. The betas and alphas video series I might continue at some point, but it has just become way too difficult to try and install those pieces of software. It is immensely hard to emulate, and I don't have actual software to try to run them on. And going by Jiraga1's video on him trying to install Longhorn on actual software, I don't think that would actually make it easier. And I just really lost my patience with trying to get beta and alpha software running. And the Kubuntu gaming VM thing I just kind of gave up on because there really wasn't that much I needed it for. Literally the only game I was going to use it for really was to play Call of Duty 2 multiplayer, because Call of Duty 2 multiplayer doesn't work on Windows 10. Well, I just kind of quit making videos for a couple of reasons. One, it was way too hot. And the heat was just killing me. I couldn't really do much of anything. I didn't stream. I barely played video games all summer because I mostly just sat here, sweated to death, and prayed to God either I would die or the heat would end. But now it's the middle of September, it's finally cooled off, and I can make videos again because I actually have the willpower to do so. And this particular video is going to be something rather interesting. This is something I have been fascinated with for several years now, since I watched Danawakt1 do a video on one of these pieces of malware before. And this particular piece of malware we're going to look at is a rat. What is a rat? You might be asking. Well, it's a small rodent. Oh, wait, wrong rat. RAT actually stands for Remote Access Tool, or Remote Access Trojan. I've heard both terms used, and I think both are acceptable. Remote Access Tool or Trojan, I guess really anything could be considered a remote access tool. Things such as Team Viewer and other remote application software could be considered a remote access tool, but these are remote access Trojans. They install themselves or are installed to a computer and allow silent access to the victim's computer. But they're not frequently used for malicious purposes. They're actually used for, I don't want to say, I guess you could say legitimate purposes. Let's put it that way. So I have two VMs made, Windows 10 rat host and rat victim. Now, when I ran this before for the test, it got really, both VMs were running very slow when they were both running at the same time, so I don't know if this video is going to get really laggy. If this video does get really laggy and horribly, like, almost unwatchable, then I will try to get my hands on one of my grandfather's laptops and install a virtual machine on there, and yeah. So, I mean, I did this with as little as I could. I mean, 2 processors, 1 gigabyte of memory, so it should only be using 4 of my 6 processors and 2 of my 8 gigs of memory, but it's still blech. So we'll start with the host, and we'll just do the host to start with, so you can kind of see what the rat host software looks like. But you won't be able to see all the features of it until I get the victim up and running and get it connected to the system. And again, this is a remote access tool. It's designed to be able to remotely access a computer, but it's meant to do it silently, meaning without the victim knowing that the software is there, or really not having any indication. Basically, if you've ever watched a movie or TV show or cartoon where they hack into someone's computer and they're like, I'm in, I have total control, and they can basically hack in and see all the shit going on the computer and steal files and do all this shit. That's basically them running a rat. It's basically what it comes down to. Only it really doesn't involve a lot of clicky clacking at a DOS prompt or Linux kernel prompt, and I suppose you could do something similar with a Linux kernel prompt, but be a lot of typing and text, and this is better because it's a graphical user interface. So I think Windows 10 virtual machines are just slow. maybe it wasn't lagging before, maybe it was just slow. Piss. Alright, I saved you guys from that lengthy boot up sequence. I swear to God, that took like 3 minutes. And now we should be able to look at our remote access tool. This one in particular is called Dark Comet Rat. There are many of them out there, but this is the one I've got, and this is the one that works. So we'll run darkcomet.exe, and this took quite a bit of setting up because I had to open ports and disable firewalls and bleh. So this always pops up. I can do not show it startup. It says if you forget to set a password in the edit server, don't forget to apply exactly, or if you set a password in the edit server, don't forget to apply exactly the same in the client settings. We'll get to that in a minute. Be sure your ports are correctly forwarded using online port scanners such as http:/canyouseme.org, which I actually ended up doing. Be sure you disable Windows Firewall and other firewall softwares that may block the incoming connections or make bug the rat in some case. Also, be sure to disable any kind of security software like antivirus, WebGuard, etc. I do have Windows Defender working, but it doesn't seem to bother it anymore. Son of a bitch. What did I just say? It doesn't seem to bother it anymore. Immediately detects. Oh my fucking god. No. Listen. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck off. Anyway, regarding virtual machine, be sure to use bridge mode instead of NAT. NAT under VM machine doesn't work properly with Dark Comet, so use bridge only. I actually switched to bridge. I don't know if that's true or not. Avoid using sandboxes or executing the server code crash the application if you use FWB. I don't know what FWB is. Regarding encryption, be sure to disable FWB and edit server settings for using any kind of crypter. I recommend you use Father Crypter from my friend Bun for a maximum of compatibility. Security recommendation. I recommend people to use Dark Comet on a virtual machine correctly set up to avoid damage in case of wrong use. Also under VM, you don't need to have its security enabled. This is not your real machine. That's why I'm using this on a virtual machine. Use Time Machine program to roll back in case of damage or data loss. Be sure to read and understand the EULA and disclaimer of Dark Comet before using that software. If your antivirus pop-up window saying Dark Comet is a virus is normal, this program can be used for a malicious reason. That is why it is a false positive. It's the same for all applications inside Dark Comet. So as I was saying before, these can be used for non-malicious purposes or legitimate purposes, let's say. We'll get into that in a little bit here. But they can be used for malicious purposes. Obviously, the person that made this did not intend it to be used maliciously. So, let's take a look at a couple of things. There's listen to new port, which basically allows you to add another port for it to listen to. Client settings, we'll get to that in a minute. Embedded FTP client, we'll get to that. Edit server downloader, about, problem, buy VIP account, I don't know what that does, exit. Then there's this, the server module. This allows you to create the executable that will install the backdoor on the quote-unquote victim's computer. So this is the create a new stub program. You can set a password. There's the process mutex, the server ID, the profile name, process hijacking, active firewall, bypass. Don't use this option if you plan to crypt the stub. Don't use this option if you want to sandbox the stub. Don't use this option if you don't have firewalls in the stub destination. I would honestly recommend using this mostly. You can add the IP and the port with which the victim will connect to. So basically, you want to connect to your IP. You can also use this to get the local host, the LAN, or the WAN IP. Then there's the module startup. Start the stub with Windows. This will basically start the program every time Windows starts up, and it will determine where it drops the file that starts up every time Windows boots up. So it'll drop in My Documents under msdcsc and msdcsc.exe. This changes the registry key name, which is micro update. Melt file after first execution basically destroys the file after it is run once, which we've seen a lot of viruses do, or you would have if you watched DanoOct 1. You can change the file creation date, I guess, to bypass certain detections. Persistence installation, so it'll always come back. Basically, if you delete it, it'll just come back repeatedly. Then you can change the dropped file attribution and the parent folder attribution. You can change this file and the folder to be hidden. You can make it a system file so it can't just be deleted. You can make the parent folder hidden. You can make it a system folder so it can't just be deleted. Install message. You can have a message box when it's loaded. Again, if you're doing this maliciously, you probably don't want this to pop up unless you want to like make an install message that like fucks with people. Then these are the module shields. Stealth and persistent functions basically turns it into a rootkit. You can hide the startup key from msconfig. Persistent process, if you kill it in task manager, it'll just restart itself. You can totally hide the file from Explorer and the related files Explorer. You can totally hide the folder. You can disable task manager, disable registry, disable regedit, disable Windows Firewall, which only works on XP Service Pack 3 to Windows 7. So basically works on XP Service Pack 3 and Windows 7. You can disable Windows user account control. What the? I turned you off. What? Fuck off. Anyway, these only work in XP Service Pack 2 or before. I don't know how far back this goes. You can disable antivirus notify. You can disable security center. You can disable Windows Update. You can disable the control panel. Fuck. So you can make this a pretty malicious little virus. You can send keylogger logs via FTP to your FTP server. You can modify the hosts file on the victim computer. You can add plugins. I don't have any. You can bind this to another file. And you can choose a custom icon if you want. It comes with some pre-installed. You can also add your own. This looks like Viagra. This looks like Steam. So, you know. And then the finalization, you can compress it. You can have it be an exe, a DOS.com file, a .bat, a .pif, a .screensaver, and yeah, and then you build the stub, which creates an executable file, and you put that on the victim computer, run it, and it opens the back door. So that's the most interesting, that's one of the more interesting things here. These are some of the settings. Show users desktop thumbnails instead of classic flags, show users flags by geoposition instead of computer language, toast notification, MSN style pop-up, tray balloon notification, play sound
activated.
Jesus, I never turned that on before, and that scared the crap out of me. Holy fuck. Anyway, keep a live system to detect ghost connections. I don't know what that does. Close client on Windows trace system. Don't know what that means. Listen automatically on client load. Automatically start webcam capture when Windows open. Automatically start desktop capture when window open. Automatically start sound capture. Yeah, you can actually view the webcam, the desktop, and the sound. We'll get to that. Client layout, functions manager. Manages the FTP client and the embedded FTP client, the no IP updater, push me notify, manage users group. FYI, that's the default user group it creates. I don't get it. You can take notes, manage the local database. This is the user data of the last time when I tried this. You can read the end user license agreement. You can search for updates. There's the about dark comment. So that's everything there is to see here without actually connecting to a victim computer, which means I've got to boot up the second virtual machine. This is gonna take a while. Fuck. So I've got the victim computer back up and running, but it seems that the backdoor program didn't run with Windows like it was supposed to. Which in a way is alright, because that means I can show you how it works. I just have to turn off the real-time protection of Windows Defender. Oh god. Yes, please. Yeah, okay. It didn't run it start like it was supposed to. Could also be all the other failed versions of the rat that I didn't get working. These were all from tests I was doing with the rat. This was the one that ended up working, I tried this is not a virus, totally not a virus, totally not a virus.exe, and none of them worked, but fuck.exe worked. So, you know, figure that one out. But of course, now that I'm running 2 virtual machines, the first virtual machine is running very, very, very slow. My PC was not built to run 2 virtual machines. Ugh. I just want a copy. I just want... Yes, there it is. Copy. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm starting to believe in you a lot less. Pace. Son of a bitch. Oh, come on. This worked last time. You can do it. Copy. What the fuck? Okay, what? Enable drag and drop, enable copy paste. Should be the same on here. Options, guest isolation, enable drag and drop, enable copy paste. So then why are you fucking me? Oh. Of course, everything. Excuse me? Oh my fucking god, it's so laggy. Oh my fucking god. Well, what do? I literally cannot run the program again because it's hidden from view. I mean, I could try to use the command line to run it, but I forget if I need to run it as an administrator, and I can't run it as an administrator from the command line. And I can't get it over to the victim any other way. And you might be thinking, well, can't you just upload it to a file site and, you know, copy the link and, you know, copy the link, put it on, go to it on the victim computer and download it? Well, yes, I could, but the thing is, a lot of file sites scan for viruses, and they will pick this up as a virus. And if I oh piss. Anyway, what I was saying is that if I put it up there, it'll probably get taken down immediately for being a virus, or it might at some point detect I uploaded a virus and I could get in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble. So let's run the new fuck me daddy, run as administrator, and see if this works. It just didn't like me copying and pasting from full screen. Makes a whole lot of fucking sense. Oh wait, it updated. Ah, there it is. Dark Comet Rat, new user. There we are. Hey. Ow, my ears. So you can see here the ID is guest 16. It's on HSOC 936. The IP address, which is the virtual machine's IP address, on port 1604. Computer, desktop, blah blah blah. /sev. So now it knows my Windows 10 login name. It, for some reason, doesn't recognize Windows 10. I'm thinking this might be an older version of Dark Comet, or an old version of Dark Comet. This is version 5.3.1, and might have come out before Windows 10, so it comes up as unknown, 16299, 64-bit, and the root is C. 84% of RAM used. Language, country, English, United States. Admin rights full. No web camera, because my web camera isn't being picked up by the virtual machine. Ping 167 or 116 milliseconds. It's been idle for 82 seconds. Active caption program manager. The hardware ID is all this bullshit. First execution was today at 6:05 a.m. Version 5.3.0. So, if we double click on this, eventually something will fucking happen. Oh. Ow. What the fuck? What? No! No. It crashed. That's never happened. Oh no. Oh god, don't tell me I have to rerun it on the victim too. Oh. Please, Dark Comet.
Sound activated.
Yes, thank you for that. Okay, it works and it gives me a pop-up. I have pop-ups coming out the ass. Yes, that's fine. Let's run this. Alright. Now we can get into the full functions of everything. So, you can see the system monitor. This is not this computer system monitor, this is the victim's system monitor. And now I have hiccups. Great. Bars, filled, line, scatter, 3D. I can turn it on, don't really care. You can see all the computer information. which you actually have to grab the system info. This task can take up to 3 minutes on some systems. Come back a bit later to see the results. So we'll come back to this in a few minutes. Trace map, never could get that to work. I think it's supposed to... Oh. Okay. It's done. Refresh. Hey, there we go. Connection, host, connection, port, country, name, Nick, operating system, screen resolution, 1156 by 615, 3 mouse buttons active, what's active, the system directory, the Windows directory, the user SSID, their MAC address, how long their computer's been up, the computer power / type, which is desktop computer, BIOS information. BIOS date is May 19th, 2017. BIOS ID, AT-AT compatible. BIOS type AMD 64, family 21, model 2, stepping 0. BIOS vendor, authentic AMD. I think it's getting that from my actual processor. Server location, Mutex, Keylogger Auto, yep. Like I said, trace map, never could get it to work. I think it's supposed to pinpoint exactly where the computer is. So you get an approximate location of where this person is located. So next we got fun functions. So we got fun manager. This allows you to hide the desktop. So if we do this and go over here, oh, desktop's gone. You can show desktop, hide the clock. Oh shit, my clock is gone. Show clock, hide task icons. Oh shit, all my task icons are gone. And all my task icons are back. Hide sys tray icons. Oh shit, where are my system tray icons? You can hide the taskbar. Oh fuck, my taskbar is gone. You can hide the start button, but that only works on XP. I have tried it on Windows 10. Doesn't work, obviously. You can disable the start button, which only works on XP. You can disable task manager. You can enable task manager. You can open the CD drive. You can close the CD drive. Can't show that working because this is a virtual machine and there is no CD drive. I could put it on my host computer, but I don't really want to. Next, there is the piano, which literally just plays frequencies. So it'll play a 523 hertz frequency. You can also send... Actually, I think this is just... It plays beeps. This is actually to play a frequency, so it'll play a 523 hertz frequency for 5,000 milliseconds if I hit send. Shit. That's annoying. And that isn't coming from the host PC, that's coming from the victim PC, so... You can send a message box to your victim, so you can have the message title be, "Oh shit, son," and be like, you've been hacksored, my nigga, with this little icon, and if you hit send, you heard it pop up. "Oh shit, son, you've been hacksored. Oh shit." So you see what I mean by, like, you know, in like TV shows and movies and cartoons and stuff, when they're able to like make message boxes appear and stuff. And there's this, the Microsoft Reader, which will actually read this out in Microsoft Reader on the other computer. So if you hit read, it actually won't happen until I come over here to the victim computer.
Hello, you are controlled from the cosmos with Dark Comet.
That's pretty fucking scary. I gotta admit, if fucking Microsoft Reader just all of a sudden started saying shit to me, I'd piss myself. Same with this. This is the remote chat. So this is like you send a message, and on the host and on the victim PC, this pops up. And I love it, just says 61437 him. Just imagine this popping up one day. You're just like browsing your computer, all of a sudden this window just pops up, and it's a message from him. Hello. Who? It's not working. Who are you? And now the victim is him. I am God. Oh shit. You can also send a nudge, I guess, to get their attention. I don't know. Oh, it jiggles the thing. Okay. Like Yahoo did. You can export the chat log. And this goes in with one of the legitimate reasons for using this software, but we'll get into that at the end here. And when you close it on the host, it also disappears from the client. I still might install this on the other desktop so you can see this stuff actually happening in real time, but we'll see. So you can see system functions. You can see their process manager, which I believe I have to refresh the list. So you can see all the stuff that their computer is running. You can actually close. You can terminate processes. So, if they're, trying to get on Chrome and you don't want them on Chrome, you can be sitting here, checking their list. Oh shit, they got Chrome open. Nope, ain't having that. Terminate. Oh shit, more Chrome. Terminate that. More Chrome. Terminate it. No Chrome for you. You can't have Chrome. You can actually edit their registry remotely. So, I mean, if you wanted to fuck up their computer, there you go. Windows list, you can see all the windows they have open. You can uninstall shit from their computer. So if they have something that you don't want them to have installed, oh, they've got Google Chrome, I can, uninstall selected app. It'll just uninstall it. System privileges, you can see what system privileges they have and change them. If you want them to not be able to shut down the system, you can, or okay, I guess you can't change it. Thought you could. Anyway, you can see what system privileges they have. I guess there's probably a way to go in. You could probably change it. You can view their hosts file, which literally just has this, which is my local host. You have remote MS config. You can see their services, what Windows services they have running, and what services they have stopped. You can run and stop services remotely. You can see what their startup is. You can see this is the worm or the virus that's supposed to run but doesn't. You can do remote scripting. You can run an HTML script. You can run a batch script. You can run a Visual Basic script. If you wanted to be like evil, I could actually find the code for the love letter Virtual Basic worm, paste it in here, hit launch script, and it would run on this computer without them even knowing I was doing anything. It's pretty fucked up. Same thing with batch scripting. You can run script in a hidden DOS window, or you can just launch it and have a DOS window pop up. You can view their file explorer. You can send files over. You can send files over to their computer. You can receive files from their computer. So, if I'm like browsing through their files, Let's see what they got in here. Ooh, look at this. This looks interesting. Downloads. Ooh, hey, this looks like something I might want. I can find a place where I want to put it. I want to put it in my C users. So yeah, let's put this on my desktop. Yeah. I can hit receive, and it transfers. It's a little slow because, again, to virtual machines, but actually, hey, this gives me an opportunity. You don't even know what's going on the victim computer. It doesn't show. It doesn't say anything. The only way you would know something was happening is if you were running Wireshark or some sort of packet monitoring software that's like, hey, this data on your computer is being sent to this remote service somewhere, you know. But I mean, if you're that tech savvy, you wouldn't have a fucking rat running on your computer. So, you know. And there we go. It's on my computer. Likewise, if I wanted to send something to their computer, like I want to put a rat on their computer, I can just hit send. Okay. I don't think it sends folders over. The hell? Okay. I want to send Dark Comet over. And they have no idea that I just sent a file over. It doesn't show anywhere that I just put a file on their computer. Now, I mean, I just put a fairly useless executable file on their computer, but, you know, imagine if I had a folder just full of Trojans and viruses and worms and things like that I could just put on their computer and run remotely. You know, that would be pretty spooky, pretty fucked up. Yep, see, there's Dark Comet. And same thing with the receive. Obviously, you can think of all of the malicious things you could do with the receive. You could download, you know, if you find a file that looks like it could contain tax information or banking information, you could download all that to your computer. If you find, you know, somebody, you know, you find personal videos, personal pictures, you know, I'll just come out and say it, this video isn't monetized anyway. If you find someone's nudes, you could hit receive, download them all, blackmail them. There's a lot of malicious shit you could do with this stuff. And I know at this point you're saying, but you keep saying there's legitimate reasons for using it. And yes, we'll get there. Don't worry about it. You can see there's stored passwords. I'm not really sure where it gets stored passwords from, because you can see their uTorrent downloads, which will go into the legitimate version for users. So you can see everything they've torrented. MSN functions, this was useful in like 2009 when MSN still fucking worked, but you know, you could change their Windows Live Messenger status, online, busy, away. You could sign them out. You can see their MSN service ID, their service name, their sign name, their friendly name, their current status. You can see all their MSN contacts. Imagine that. You could get all their contacts and like send them viruses and shit. This would freak me the fuck out if somebody could just get into my MSN back in the day. Spy functions. Now this is where the real malicious shit comes in. There's the webcam capture. If they have a webcam, like you've heard all the horror stories about people like getting their webcams hacked on the deep web. This is kind of how you do it. You can hack, you know, if you can get a rat on someone's computer, you get their webcam. You know, this could be really, you know, fucked up. there's a sound capture. Now, this has a couple of different functions that are really fucked up. Ow, you can hear me? Yeah. So, that was not actually coming from... That was coming from the microphone attached to the victim, which is the same microphone I'm recording into right now, but it's really low quality. Now, there's another really freaky function this has. You see this speak button? If I speak into it, you'll see what'll happen. Hello, friend. I'm afraid you've been hacked. That's a very unfortunate thing to have happened to you. And now I let go of the button, and over here on the victim.
Hello, friend. I'm afraid you've been hacked. That's a very unfortunate thing to have happened to you.
Just imagine that happening to you. You're just sitting there minding your own business and that shit happens. I would shit myself. Then there's the remote desktop. Now, there's the desktop. Oh, hey. Now you might be thinking, oh, okay, so this is like TeamSpeak. Except this doesn't actually need permission to do anything. And in fact, it doesn't alert anyone to what's going on. See on the victim, there's no indication. If you're connected through TeamViewer, I said TeamSpeak again, didn't I? If you're connected through TeamViewer or some other remote desktop service, there'll usually be like an indication saying you're connected, blah, blah, blah. And of course, you need permission. This, nah. You can just do whatever you want. There are some commands. You can open a terminal, you can open Task Manager, you can show the run dialog, you can open my computer, you can retrieve the remote clipboard, you can send your clipboard, so you can copy, paste things, record snapshots, which will take screenshots of the victim's computer, which again, you can find malicious ways to do that. You can literally just leave this open, watch them do shit on their computer, and take screenshots of anything you find interesting. You know, if they're like somebody who goes on Ashley Madison or one of those cheating websites, you could take screenshots of them doing it and use it to blackmail them or whatever. If they're on their banking website with all their bank information exposed, screen cap that. There you go. You've got their banking information. You have control options. You can actually... I can actually run stuff, you know. So like if I really wanted to do something, you know, I could open up their Google Chrome. Which probably isn't the best thing to try to run on this because it's already slow as shit. But, you know, it's like, hey, I didn't click on that. What the fuck? Oh shit, why is my Google Chrome opening? You know, the victim's over here like, what the fuck? Why is Google Chrome open? And I can go like, you know, why is it typing? Okay, weird. I can be like, you're gonna go to Pornhub, you fuck. No, please, no. You know, or I could like incriminate someone and be like, you're going to, you're going to furrydelights.com. Oh, you're a furry, fuck you. You know, you could see. I mean, obviously this can have other, you know, legitimate benefits like fixing someone's computer or something, but yeah. Then of course, there's the keylogger, which will, you know, I mean, we all know what a keylogger is at this point in our life, don't we? It logs keystrokes. So, this is this today? Yeah, this was today. Program manager, file explorer, program manager. This person hasn't really done anything, but you know, let's say I went to Google Chrome and wanted to check my Gmail account. I need to go to mail.google.com. I need to sign in. If this ever wants to fucking load. There we go. Yeah, so my email is run007@gmail.com. You can... That is my actual email. And I'm going to enter my totally real password, guys. Seriously, this is it. Seriously. There we go. And, entered my real password. Hey, I checked my email and everything, but oh no. If I refresh if I recheck the log, oh, okay, it updated again. So you can actually see the stuff I typed from the local thing. So you can see I did www, and then it typed in the greater than sign, so I had backspace, so it shows backspace, greater than sign again, backspace. I did .pornhub.com, backspace, 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 furryf, backspace, delights.com. It's not very well done out. I would have to change this a little bit. Mail.google.com, so I went to Gmail, Google Chrome, run007@gmail.com, and since I didn't hit enter, it didn't, space it out. And then there's my totally legitimate password, guys. Seriously, try it. That's my real password. So yeah, obviously keylogger, not a good thing to have. Oh no. Oh shit. I did it. Oh, okay. It didn't minimize. Good. Minimizing seems to close it. I don't know why. So there's a network function. There's the active ports. What active ports there are on the victim computer. There doesn't appear to be any. No network shares. No server socks 5. This one is particularly scary. Scan LAN computers. Scanning LAN computers. It can take a while. It shouldn't take too long because there's only it should only be like 2 computers. Yeah, 2 of the computers active. Actually, it doesn't. That's strange. Huh. That's weird. So that's my main desktop. And that's just the local area IP, so whatever. And these are the 2 virtual machines I have running. This is the computer I'm recording this on. When I did this last night for the test, it actually showed my grandfather's computer, which is also connected, and it's on. I can see it from where I'm sitting. It's on and functioning, so I don't know why it's not showing this time. Anyway, there's the net gateway, which just shows the IP, the local IP, the IP mask. Yeah, basic shit. IP scanner, you can scan IPs. URL download. This actually will download. You can put a link in, and it will download the file to wherever path, my documents, start, my programs, whatever. It will download the file, and you can actually set it to execute the file after download. So if I had a link to download a virus, I could just put that in, execute file, launch, boom. Ah, there it is. And you can see this is my grandfather's computer, which is also on my local area network. And again, that's just the LAN IP, so I'm not worried about showing it. So yeah, I mean, holy fuck, you know? Wi-Fi access points. If the computer was connected to Wi-Fi, it would show all the local Wi-Fi networks. That could be really scary if somebody knows how to hack Wi-Fi. So yeah, print manager. You can actually, if their computer has a printer hooked up to it, remotely print something. So I mean, just imagine one day your printer comes on and just prints random shit. You can view the shit that's on their clipboard. With this, you can actually power off, shut down, restart, log off. You can restart the socket. There are server actions. You can lock their computer. You can restart the server. You can close the server. You can uninstall the server. So when you're done doing all your malicious bullshit, you can just uninstall it, and it's like you were never there. You can upload files and execute them. To basically, if you have a file on your computer that you want to upload to their computer and run, I believe this is trying to open Windows Explorer. So again, if you have like a virus or a worm or some sort of malicious program, or I mean, hell, you just want to fuck with them and install some random bullshit on their computer, yeah, this is it. I could literally upload and execute whatever the hell I wanted. Just as long as it doesn't take forever to upload from your internet connection. What else? You can remotely edit the server, you can take notes, you can update the server from a URL or a file. And that's pretty much all the functions of a rat. Or at least Dark Comet rat. I'm sure there are other rats that might have other functions, but I would say this is a pretty full-featured rat. So I've been saying this whole time that there are non-malicious, or rather legitimate, reasons to run a rat. And what might those be? Well, believe it or not, a lot of companies actually install these rats onto their company computers to monitor employees. Obviously, probably aren't going to run high desktop, high clock, or any of that shit. They're not going to play with the piano. The, message box. I mean, obviously, you could pop up a message box saying, hey, get back to work, fucker. You could do the Microsoft Reader thing, but, remote chat would be useful if you are an IT person and you need to talk to whoever this particular computer is. If they've been having problems, you can just come in and say, okay, what's wrong? Okay, let me see, And again, that would go hand in hand with the remote desktop. You could go in, run files and all that stuff. And again, businesses often have this a lot for this mainly as well. To see if the employees are running programs they're not supposed to be running, to see what they're doing. You see all these windows, like, oh, they've got, windows open, they shouldn't, they've got games. These aren't even, like open. These are like, what's hidden. So, you have this employee that's like always playing games. Like every time you walk by, they seem to be working, but you can go in here and see, oh, hey, they've got a game minimized. And you could go in and, single action, you could close it, you could hide it, you could do whatever. Like, they've got games and shit on here. You can go in here and uninstall it remotely. You can check their system privileges, see if they're accessing shit they shouldn't be accessing. And again, the HTML, batch, and Visual Basic scripting could be useful for IT if IT wants to do that kind of stuff. I don't think they would. And this could also be useful for a company. Like, if you think, like, if, somebody is using up a lot of bandwidth on the company's, connection, you could go into the RAD on somebody's computer and see, oh, they've been torrenting, fucking Infinity War and the latest flicks and everything, and you can have all this and be like, hey, we have evidence you've been downloading illegal movies on our internet connection, you're fired. And again, this is what the remote desktop would be useful for. You have a employee, some companies will install these rats after they've had a major leak, or something, so they can monitor employees, see, because this thing is totally stealthy, unlike, other remote access software where they need permission and it always shows. This is completely stealthy, so if you think somebody's leaking information, you can just monitor them, watch them, see what they do, see what they access. You could also do this to see, that one employee was always looking at porn at work. And you might be thinking, well, companies probably don't have keyloggers. Actually, most companies do have keyloggers for the express purpose of seeing who you're talking to and what you're typing. And again, if you're leaking information, they're going to want the keylogs of that, which is another reason why you should never log on to your personal shit at work. Not just because, it'll get you in trouble with the boss, but because they're probably logging your shit. And trust me, more companies have this kind of shit running on their computers than you think. I doubt they would be using most of this stuff, like URL download, IP scanner, and stuff like that, and upload and execute and things like that. Again, upload and execute could actually be useful for IT, because you could just like upload a file, run it, blah. So I mean, this does have its legitimate uses in IT and, business to track down people leaking information or, potential delinquents in your company, but, obviously this is malicious shit too. You can obviously use this for a goddamn bundle of malicious things, or just to fuck with people. And I really wouldn't recommend using it just to fuck with people, because you will get in trouble, because obviously, all this, if they find out you're using something like this to play pranks on them or fuck with them, they're gonna be like, oh shit, he has access to my webcam stuff, my sound, my desktop, he has a keylogger, who knows what information he has. You're gonna get reported to cops. Don't fuck with this kind of stuff. unless you really need to use this for something, no. But what are the odds you're going to get infected, virus-wise by a rat? Not likely, because most hackers, especially these days, don't need all this shit. They're just going to install ransomware. And if they really want shit off your computer, they can just install backdoor and Linux their way through it. And besides, let's just power off this second virtual machine so I have a bit more juice in my main virtual machine here. And besides that, you're probably not going to get detected because antivirus software, you're probably not going to get infected because antivirus software is pretty quick on the draw with this kind of stuff. And certainly you're not going to get infected with something created from Dark Comet Rat. Because, watch this. I'm going to put this on my host computer. You can tell it's my host computer because it's cluttered as shit. So let's paste it on here. Do. There it is, huh? The icon didn't show up. How odd. Yeah. Shouldn't there be an icon? Yeah, there should. It's still 756 kilobytes. Oh shit. Windows Defender found it. Yeah. So Windows Defender found it and is probably going to quarantine it. So yeah, it's going to get picked up by Windows Defender. So the only way that you're going to infect somebody with Dark Comet, not to say that there aren't other rat programs that could create executable files that could maybe bypass detection from Windows Defender, or create unique executables that can't be detected as easily or something, but somebody's just using Dark Comet, especially this old version of Dark Comet. I don't know if there's a newer version or not, but you can see right here. Oh, no current. Well, whatever. Anyway, really the only way you're going to get infected with this bullshit is if somebody has turned off Windows Defender and probably has their firewall off and doesn't have like Malwarebytes or something. Yeah, you're pretty safe from this kind of stuff, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. This is just something that's fascinated me for years and also terrifies me, because if I get a fucking random message box popping up at random times and shit like that, I think I would piss myself. So yeah, this has been an interesting look at what a RAT, or a remote access tool, does. And I thank you all for watching. Skip frames detected 34% an hour ago. Oh, okay. No, I know why there were skip frames, because shit was lagging, but yeah, that's fine. But I thank you guys for watching, and as soon as I come up with another idea for something to do in a video, seriously, if you have any suggestions for videos, please let me know, because I have no idea. I have no ideas beyond this, and I'm not really sure when or if I'm going to go back to installing beta and alpha software, but we'll see. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.